August 16th, 2010. Have a lot of growth since I last took a video. I'll show you the stuff I think has the most potential of getting a record here. Now, if we look in the middle here, this one in the back, that's probably my one I'm most optimistic about. There's a lot of leaves. It seems to be growing faster than the others. Definitely, that's a Tehua from southern Mexico, Guatemala area. Definitely has a potential of getting really big. Now this one here, this is also a Tehua too. It's a different accession I had. This one, in the beginning, I really thought had potential of getting big, but it ended up getting what I believe is twisted whorl. Maybe I can zoom in up here. You can see the leaves are all crinkled and messed up looking and short at the top. Now I was going to pull this down a while ago. Now these leaves are normal and these ones are not. But it seems to keep growing and putting out leaves, so I'm going to keep it going. This I'm going to try growing again next year. Very impressed with how fast it is, but a lot of these other accessions at Tehua just seemed like they were getting this problem where the leaf whorl was twisting around and the leaves come out all crinkled. I believe that's what's going on. As you can see, this one has a nice stalk on it. Big plant. These plants are getting really close to the gutter, so getting close to 20 feet. They should not tassel. The Tehua should not tassel. At least these sessions, like in here, until first frost freeze. So hopefully I'll go into November. So I have the rest of August, September, all of October, hopefully in November. Now up there, that there's a real tall one right here. That's probably the tallest, and that's a Montana from Colombia. That one's growing really well. I'm waiting for, hopefully we won't get any storms, because it seems to have a pretty thin stalk, so I'm really worried. I have it tied to the second story window, but definitely worried about it. And right up there with it is an amaranth, about the same height. This one has a pretty decent sized stalk on it. You can see. This is the one I'm most optimistic about. It's getting close to 20. It's probably 19 and a half in that ballpark. So no flowers, no sign of it. None of these amaranth do. Now these are hybridus by giant amaranth hybrids. Also doing very well. No signs of flowers. About 19 feet right now. Getting to the gutter. Just about there, another foot or so to go. Good chance on that one. Now here we have another Tehua. This one I pretty much rode off, but it's making a comeback. It was just, you know, far in the back and just wasn't getting enough light, so very thin stalk, wasn't doing well, but it's coming along now, so there's definitely a good chance for this. We'll see at the end of the year how that one is. Now this white down to reflect light, to get a little extra light here when the sun starts going over, and then I keep the black there to keep black fabric to keep the roots warm. Also have underground heating cables through this whole thing. And this amaranth here, another one with a pretty decent sized stalk on it. Now all the corn, I'm putting dirt around to try to get the bracer roots going. Keep piling dirt in here. Now here's another Montanus from Colombia, and then Puya Grande. I think this one's either for Colombia or Ecuador. Now here are some more. These are all Tehuas over here. This one, I really have more high hopes for this one here. You can see just how massive that plant is. This one has a 8-inch stem circumference on it. You can see how big this stalk is. Decent brace of roots on this one as well. If you look up, you can just see that's a beefy plant, and this has a lot of growing to do. It's getting up there. One of the most impressive plants I've ever seen. Just hopefully we'll get some extension on a lot of these between each of the leaves. All these Tehuas are really nice, and here's one here too. So there's a couple in here that definitely. And then way up in the back, there's a giant amaranth. That one's really tall. Although I don't have too much confidence in that, it seems to have slowed down a bit. Now, here's the main garden. Here we have you can see the bugs, all the damage they did. This is a hybridus by giant amaranth hybrid. You see the stalks are a little different. These are solid stalks. It's a very heavy plant since it's a hybrid. No signs of flowering on this. And then back in here we have some mainly the ones that are doing well are all the Tehuas. These are all Tehuas here. This one's probably about 18 feet or so. This is a hybridus by giant amaranth hybrid. What's interesting about this one, this plant actually collapsed. You can see the split. What I did was I propped it back up. It actually fell over. It was during a heat wave, and this actually split open and was laying flat on the ground. I got some ties, put it on here, got it to basically stick together. It was also split on the other side, and the thing started growing again. And this was earlier in the season, and one of my taller plants. Amazing. Now that one up there, I'm not even sure. I gotta look at my notes. That's either a Montana or a Tehua, I believe. And that's actually higher than the trellis. You can't see because I'm behind it, but it's probably a good 18 feet. And here's some giant amaranth along the back here. They're getting up there. So, in about a month I'll have another video for you, see if we get close to any records.